For readers. From WECT Wilmington, where news comes first. This is News 6 Weekend Edition, Southeastern North Carolina's most watched weekend newscast.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Darcy Douglas. Investigators still haven't determined what caused a fire on Topsail Island that destroyed a condominium complex. Some of the owners came to salvage what was left after the fire, but were shocked when they arrived. News 6's Maggie Alexander has the story.
Glad nobody was hurt, nobody was down here. We'll miss it for a while, but hopefully they'll build it back and we'll be as good as new.
Craig and Susan Quinn arrive on Topsail Island this morning to see their vacation home destroyed.
Our friends had called and told us that it was gone, but I really wasn't expecting it to be as gone as it was. I even walked up to see if I could see like a little piece of my furniture or something. There's nothing.
Friday afternoon, a fire ripped through Queens Grant condominiums on Topsail Island. The blaze destroyed 8 units, over $2 million in damages. Becky Neely lives near the condos and has some of the first pictures of the flames.
Heard sort of a boom, an explosion, and I looked out a window and saw the plume of smoke and the fire. So I grabbed my camera and went outside and ran over. And this is what I saw. I've never seen a fire like this.
Local and state investigators search through the debris to determine a cause, and they say they're not ruling out anything.
It's all under investigation. We have not ruled out anything.
Now the community waits to find out what started one of the most devastating fires they've ever seen on the island. In Topsail Island, Maggie Alexander, News 6.
A man is thrown from his vehicle today after being hit by a car. The accident happened around 3 this afternoon near the intersection of Hurst Drive and South College in Wilmington. Officers say the car was turning into the campus of UNCW from South College Road when the driver hit the motorcycle. The person on the motorcycle was taken to New Hanover Regional Medical Center. The driver of the vehicle was not hurt. She was charged with failure to yield. Wilmington is trying to convince Verizon Wireless to bring more than 1,000 jobs to the area. The state, New Hanover County, and Wilmington must now decide what kind of incentive deal to put together. Wilmington is trying to oust competitors from the company's short list. The CEO of Wilmington Industrial Development says that if Verizon chooses the area, it will build a financial services center there. The company has 37.5 million customers nationwide. Wilmington Mayor Spence Broadhurst says the deal would add $25 million to the city's tax base and provide an environmentally friendly hub for good jobs. Democratic presidential hopeful John Edwards focused his proposals for tougher trade standards and aid to the middle class during his campaign stops in Hempstead, New York today. The North Carolina senator stopped first at Hofstra University. Edwards is campaigning hard ahead of Super Tuesday, March 2nd, when 10 states hold primaries. Today, Millard Fuller, the co-founder of Habitat for Humanity International, is visiting Wilmington. Fuller stopped by the First Baptist Church for the group's regional conference. He also helped break ground on the 59th Habitat House in Wilmington.
I am so impressed with the work here. They've completed 58 houses. They plan to do another 10 houses this year. They have dynamic leadership here, and I just couldn't be more impressed with what I see here in this area. It's very, very impressive.
The Cape Fear Habitat for Humanity, a local affiliate, has been in existence for 16 years. And the Robeson County Courthouse is getting a makeover. This modern-looking brick courthouse in Lumberton will look more like an old-fashioned courthouse when the renovation project is finished. The fix-up includes new windows, a new foundation, and enclosing the stairways. It should all be done sometime this August. And it was a gorgeous day to be working outside or just enjoying the nice weather, but how long will it stick around? Let's check in with Skywarn meteorologist Mark Avery for the first forecast. Mark?
Well, it looks like the dry conditions and the sunny skies will be sticking around for another couple of days, but the warm temperatures that we had today hit up to 74 today for the high. Will be going away tomorrow as we stay under the clear skies. A weak frontal system came through and brought us drier conditions, much less humid now than we were early this morning, lower moisture content of the atmosphere. And with that low moisture content and diminishing winds, temperatures will fall pretty quickly this evening, down to the mid-40s by 11 o'clock with west to northwest winds. We'll take a look at the cooler weather and also another chance of rain ahead later this week in more than just a few minutes, Darcy.
All right, thanks, Mark. Saddam Hussein had his first visit today from 2 international Red Cross workers. Under the rules of war, the ousted leader was given a chance to talk about his captivity. Meanwhile, the violence continues in Iraq. Jane Wattrell has the latest from Washington.
In captivity for more than 2 months, Saddam Hussein has now had his first face-to-face meeting with Red Cross workers. The prisoner of war handing them a note for his oldest daughter.
Mr. Saddam Hussein wrote a Red Cross message to his family, which we will deliver to his family after it has been seen by the censorship of the coalition forces.
No details of the Saddam visit are being released. A private report is being prepared for American authorities. While the former dictator remains behind bars, President Bush used his weekly radio address to once again defend his decision to go to war.
All of us knew Saddam Hussein's history. He built weapons of mass destruction. He hid those weapons, and he used chemical weapons against thousands of Iraqis and Iranians.
Around Baghdad, Saddam's supporters are being blamed for clashes like this one with U.S. troops. In a separate attack, 4 American soldiers were wounded when rebels fired on their convoy. An Iraqi translator was killed. Holding elections in the war-torn country may now be up to 15 months away. The U.S. administrator telling Arab TV Iraq has too many technical problems.
Iraq has no election law. It has no electoral commission to even establish a law. It has no law governing political parties. It has no voters list.
Bad news for Iraq's majority Shiite population, who are demanding elections before the planned transfer of power on June 30th.
As for Saddam Hussein, the Red Cross says there will be more jailhouse visits in the future, although no dates have been announced. In Washington, Jane Wattrell, News 6.
Haiti's president has agreed to a U.S.-backed peace plan, but the rebels trying to overthrow him have yet to sign on. A 2-week uprising has killed at least 60 people. Meanwhile, the State Department has ordered the withdrawal of all non-essential personnel from the U.S. Embassy. 2 trains collide, killing 2 crew members. We'll have that story when News 6 Weekend Edition continues.
Closed captioning is brought to you by Southeast Toyota dealers and Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail.
We're going to get the Caravan, America's best-selling minivan, plus the 0% financing.
Or the cash allowance.
Plus the cash allowance.
Not or?
Plus.
Plus.
Plus then.
This is it. Positively your last chance to get 0+ on all remaining 04 Caravans. Your last chance to grab 0% financing plus a $3,000 cash allowance with Dodge's 770 powertrain limited warranty. It's our best deal, but it's only for a few more days. So don't wait. 0+ positively ends March 1st.
Every time you smoke a cigarette, you're taking 7 to 11 minutes off your life. For the typical smoker, that can be as much as 10 years. You're nearly twice as likely to die of heart disease and almost 3 times more likely to die of cancer. By the age of 45, your lung function has already declined at 3 times the normal rate. If you're ready to quit smoking, we can help. We're the makers of Smoke Away, a doctor-recommended program developed to eliminate your cravings and have you smoke-free in just 7 days. It's all natural and nicotine-free. And best of all, it's guaranteed to work or your money back. Call us today. Thousands have already quit using Smoke Away. Shouldn't you?
I know it worked the first day for me. I quit overnight. The first time I used it, I felt the cravings just go away.
Call 1-800-453-8409. That's 1-800-453-8409.
Only one full-size pickup is engineered with automatic rear locking differential. And it's not the new Ford F-150. It's the GMC Sierra. It puts more traction where you need it. GMC announces no checkbook required. Make no down payment with nothing due at signing. And qualified customers lease a new Sierra 2-wheel drive extended cab SLE for around $349 a month. Tax, title, license, and dealer fees extra. Call for details. See the pros at your Cape Fear GMC dealers. Where news comes first. You're watching News 6 Weekend Edition.
Some of the wreckage is still smoldering after a train collision and derailment in New Mexico this morning that left 2 crew members dead. A Union Pacific spokesman says an empty train that normally carries automobiles sideswiped a train carrying grain as it moved onto a side track. The two workers who died were both on the empty train. State police say emergency workers and a hazardous materials team are trying to clear the wreckage and about 1,500 gallons of diesel fuel. 10 freight cars and 2 engines derailed in the accident, which left grain from one of the trains covering the crash site. 2 young brothers who are joined at the tops of their heads are said to be doing well after their 3rd major operation yesterday. Surgeons say the operation on Carl and Clarence Aguirre lasted more than 5 hours and was more treacherous than expected. They said they were dealing with veins with the consistency of wet toilet paper, but the surgeons say the boys from the Philippines look spectacular this morning. Doctors decided to separate the twins in stages rather in a single marathon operation. They say 2 more operations may be needed before the boys can be separated. It's good to know they're doing well.
Yeah, good for them.
And the weather
was
gorgeous.
Great today.
Oh,
Get a chance to go out and enjoy it today?
Oh, a little bit, not a whole lot. I wish I would have.
You know, I got a chance to wash the winter time off my car.
Yeah.
It's been longer than...
Yeah, it was a good day to do it.
Been a while since it's been washed, I can tell you that. And it looks like not so much as far as the warmth sticking around. The clear skies and the sunshine will be sticking around for a couple of days before we get our next chance of rain coming up towards the middle of the week. We'll look at that and also more when we come back.
Chevy. 10 new vehicles, 5 on the road right now. We're doing some amazing things with cars and trucks, like with our half-ton pickups, which have a higher resale value than Ford or Dodge. Get $2,500 cash back or 0% APR financing on every 2004 Chevy Silverado, or $1,000 cash back on the all-new Colorado. It's time to turn the key and start a revolution.
See your Carolina Chevy dealer today.
Spend a 3-day getaway on the trail for as low as $410, including round-trip airfare on U.S. Airways. Now you can get world-class golf, accommodations in one of our trail resort hotels, and round-trip airfare for less than the cost of a weekend at most golf resorts. Fly U.S. Airways into 4 Alabama cities to play some of the best golf in the world. Call 800-949-4444 today and get ready to take on the trail.
60 million American homes have been infested by a slithering menace, the cable snake. It attaches to your TV and may produce a fuzzy, low-quality picture and inferior sound. The cable snake has an insatiable appetite for monthly charges. Dish Network will rid your home of the cable snake forever. Connect to a 100% digital signal giving you access to up to 500 incredible channels.
Wow!
Call now and get satellite TV for every room in your home with no equipment to buy and no annual commitment required. You heard right, no annual commitment required. And this offer includes professional installation at no charge. This incredible offer is yours for calling now. Dish Network delivers your favorite channels like your local networks, premium movie packages, over 20 channels of sports entertainment, and more, all at a price that could be a whole lot cheaper than cable with programming starting at under $30 per month, including local channels. So pick up the phone and call now to order your dish and lose the snake.
Call now toll-free 1-800-568-2345 for your free Dish Network system.
WECT is your home for the 2004 Olympics.
Accurate and dependable. Here is your Skywarn weather forecast from meteorologist Mark Avery.
Skywarn triple Doppler enjoying the afternoon off. Clear skies across southeastern North Carolina. Nothing rainfall-wise. Very little as far as cloud cover as well. Satellite radar composite shows you that. Had a few clouds pass through early this morning, and some areas might have saw a brief sprinkle or two. But other than that, everything high and dry. Nice afternoon as that frontal boundary pushed through and dried us out atmospheric moisture-wise today, and led to a very nice afternoon. Clear skies all the way through this evening. Temperatures mid to upper 60 now, falling through to the mid 40s by 11 o'clock. Winds will be diminishing. Kind of breezy out there all day today as well, and that should be coming down later on this evening, diminishing west to northwest winds at 10 to 15. Skycam 6, let's head down to the beach. Looking pretty good down there, I'll tell you what. Skycam 6 looking southward towards Johnny Mercer's Pier from the Sun Spur Resort. Take my word for it. There we go. Seas have been kind of rough today as well along the beaches, but everything is calming down there as well. So it looks like tomorrow, if it was a lot warmer in the water, it'd be a nice beach day, but water temperatures still hanging out pretty close to 50 right now, so still a little chilly to be out in the ocean. But those days are coming. You know that is just around the corner. Skywarn Neighborhood Network. Let's head outside our studios here. 66 degrees currently high atop our rooftop. Low humidity, low moisture content today with the northwest wind bringing in drier air right now. Sky Watcher-wise, 64 for the Gosses in E-Town. Nothing rainfall-wise for them today. Officially, Wilmington International topped out at 74 this afternoon. 3 degrees below the record of 77 set in 1986, down to 56 this morning with no rainfall. Obviously well above where we should be for this time of the year, as opposed to the much cooler than normal stuff we had early this week. Everybody's in the 60s right now, except for Southport at 59, 72 in Myrtle Beach. Water cooled 59 there, and winds blowing blowing offshore in Myrtle Beach, helping to keep things warmer. And generally across the state, looking at 50s and 60s. Cooler up towards the mountains, where it's in the 40s. Boone and Asheville, 43 and 49 respectively. 53 in Greensboro, 57 in Raleigh. With those clear skies, here's the clouds with the frontal boundary pushing out of here. A big disturbance in the upper atmosphere bringing some clouds across the Midwest. We're staying clear for the next couple of days until our next system moves out of the central part of the country and brings us an increase in the clouds and showers coming up by then. This is what our upper air pattern looks like right now. A little bit of a dip in the jet stream right now, bring us the cooler weather on the way for tomorrow. And another disturbance that's sitting out over the Pacific, out across the desert southwest and the Pacific states out towards California. And so that'll shift its way eastward coming up by midweek. It gets across the southeastern U.S., and that means an increase in the chance of rain coming up by Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And at some point, we could see brief inland parts of the state, maybe even our inland counties come towards Thursday, might see a brief mix of precipitation. But it looks like a cold rain for the most part here along the coast coming up towards Thursday and really into Wednesday as well. Check out that in just a moment. Tonight, clear skies, 39 here in town, a little warmer down along the beaches in the 40s, Southport and Myrtle Beach, a little cooler inland with west-northwest wind tonight. Tomorrow, plenty of sunshine and a cooler tomorrow. We'll look at upper 50s to around 60, northwest to west winds at 5 to 10, 58 here in town. Along the coast, small craft advisory up for tonight, west to northwest winds at 15 to 25 knots. 3 to 6 foot seas, water's at 50 now. High tide is next at 8:45, low at 2:45, and your 6+1 forecast shows you, excuse me, the increase in the clouds coming up towards Monday evening into Tuesday. Might see a few showers on the way for Tuesday, and a wide variety of temperatures also on the way for Tuesday into Wednesday. With the rain in place on Wednesday, upper 50s here in town, much cooler inland, and staying in the 40s all the way through the area for Thursday into Friday as we decrease the clouds on Friday, keep up the winds, and then clear them out, the winds in the skies for next Saturday, and get back closer to normal than like we're going to be seeing towards the end of the week. So go out and enjoy. If you didn't get a chance to go out and enjoy today, or not going to get a chance outside this evening, looks like tomorrow will be okay, just a bit on the cool side.
Yeah, take advantage of it.
And Monday as well, yes.
All right, thanks, Mark. What's going on in the world of sports?
I went out and enjoyed the weather.
You
today.
did?
Right. Yeah, softball in action today. UNCW, a whole softball weekend. We'll tell you about that. Basketball team on the road. And a big honor at Chapel Hill today. Two big honorees. We'll tell you who they are and what happened in the game. Sports is next.
Dramatic, hypnotic, climactic. The clock is ticking. Don't miss the new season of The Sopranos, only on HBO. Order HBO now from Time Warner Digital Cable. Add Cinemax for gigantic Hollywood hits, and you'll get multiple channels of HBO and Max. Plus, start shows the instant you want with HBO On Demand and Cinemax On Demand. You can't get that on satellite. HBO and Cinemax. The time to order is now.
Sign up for our DigiPick 4000 Plus package and save up to $450 per year. Call now.
My knee is killing me. Oh, man, I'll tell you what. You guys hear that? Oh, that can't be good.
All right, ladies. Round of goodies for everybody.
Because Goody's Body Pain is a powder. It dissolves faster than tablets, so it gets rid of aches and pains fast.
Carl, it's easy. You just open it up and take it down.
Hey, Carl, you got a little touch of writer's cramp, do you?
Goody's Body Pain, just plain fast.
Bugs? Call National Pest Control Finest. Got termites? Call National Pest Control Finest.
It's new. It's exciting. It's Buy Right Furniture's Manufacturer's Liquidation Sale. 90,000 square feet with $2.5 million of brand name furniture. The manufacturer has reduced all merchandise for immediate sale. Save 50 to 70%. Buy Right Furniture specializes in factory closeouts, market samples, and one-of-a-kind items. Don't miss this incredible event. Buy Right Furniture is located in the old Ames building in Longleaf Mall on the corner Shipyard and College Road.
Now let's look at the world of sports with News 6 Sports' Kevin Hull.
For the UNCW men's basketball team, the bracket buster game was supposed to be a chance to see how they fare against other top mid-major teams. But now the Seahawks themselves probably don't qualify as a top mid-major team. Instead, they're struggling along. Their game with Illinois Chicago this afternoon is instead just a break from their grueling conference schedule. And it's another loss for the Hawks. And it's a bad one. The Flames win 77-52, a 25-point defeat for UNCW. After the game, Hawks head coach Brad Brownell saying he was very disappointed with his team's performance. It's the first time he said that all season. And we'll have all the gruesome final stats tonight at 11 from the matchup. And as for the Hawks, it's back to Wilmington and then back to conference action on the road on Wednesday. They will be at George Mason. Well, the season started out well for North Carolina, an 8-1 record. But then 2004 came. In this calendar year, the Heels are just 7-6. A win over Florida State this afternoon would give the Heels back-to-back wins for the first time nearly a month. And a big day in Chapel Hill today. Banners raised honoring former Heels coaching legends, both Dean Smith and Bill Guthridge. Rashad McCants in the first half. Three-pointer gives the Heels an early 11-point lead. Second half, Seminoles. Tim Pickett hits the off-balance three. 5-point game at that point. Pickett 25 points, but too much Heels. The lucky bounce off Sean May's face goes right to Rashad McCants. He makes the three, and the Heels win 78-71. McCants 21 points to lead Carolina. Raymond Felton 17 points, 10 rebounds, and 7 assists. East Carolina Pirates hit the basketball court tonight. They'll be at home hosting Texas Christian. And with only 4 games left, the Pirates need a strong finish if they're going to make it into the Conference USA tournament. Right now, ECU is tied for 12th place in the conference. Meanwhile, TCU coming off a 25-point win over 10th-ranked Louisville on Tuesday night. Back to Seahawk Nation now, where it's been the pitching that has been the trademark for the UNCW baseball team. But a big change this year. Their top 3 starters from a season ago are all gone due to graduation. So the Hawks are relying on new faces to get the outs. But through the first 2 games of the season, that hasn't happened. UNCW has given up a combined 15 runs, both losses. And it didn't get any better this afternoon. Seahawk pitchers give up 20 runs on 20 hits, and every one of the runs was earned. Hawks lose 20-3 at South Carolina. Starter Blake Cross gives up 7 runs in 2 1/3 innings. Gamecocks score 6 runs in the second, 4 in the fourth, 5 in the second. They bat around twice. Former Wilmington Shark Aaron Rawl gets the win for South Carolina. UNCW now 0-3 on the season. The series wraps up tomorrow. First pitch is at 1:30. UNCW softball team's trying to stay perfect at the Seahawk Classic. 3 tournament wins in this afternoon's going into this afternoon's game with Liberty scoreless in the 5th. Katie Tronquel's shot misplayed by the second baseman. Christina Elmore scores from second. 1-0 Seahawks, and that's all Jamie Gostilla would need. Gets the strikeout to end the 5th. She was cruising along at that point, then showing off a little bit of defense. Liner goes right back to her. She goes to second for 1, over to first for 2 for the nice double play, and UNCW wins 5-0 this afternoon over Liberty. They're a perfect 4-0 so far in the Seahawk Classic. The event wraps up tomorrow with games at both UNCW and at Hoggard Field. To the track now, there must be something about those Dodgers at Rockingham this weekend. Yesterday's qualifying put 4 Dodgers in the first 2 rows. 6 of the top 8 qualifiers are Ram tough, and that trend continued this afternoon. At today's final practice session, it was another Dodge on top. Rusty Wallace with the quickest car, 150.549 miles per hour. Second quickest, Jamie McMurray in his Dodge. McMurray raced the number 42 Haviland car around the track at a top speed of 150.85 miles per hour. Busch drivers taking to the track as well this afternoon. Johnny Benson had the pole but had to move to the back after failing inspection. Then it didn't get a whole lot better. Lap 67, Benson gets a flat tire hit from behind by Reagan Smith. The tire comes right off the car. Scary moment here. Aaron Fike turns sideways, trying to get out of the way, is drilled by Hermie Sadler. But amazingly, both drivers would be okay. At the finish, it is Jamie McMurray that takes the checkered flag for the Goodies 200. That is his 4th straight Busch Series win at Rockingham. Not a very good performance by the UNCW men's basketball team today. Hopefully they can come back, get it all out of their system, win these last couple conference games, and a good run at the CAA tournament. It's all about the tournament at this point for them.
All right, thanks, Kevin.
You got it.
Someone in Virginia today may be figuring out how to spend $230 million. The big money details when we return.
This WECT Golden Anniversary moment is brought to you by these sponsors.
On October 1st, 1962, Johnny Carson took over The Tonight Show and began a reign unlikely to be replicated, even though he was in millions of homes each night. Carson retired in 1992 after 30 years of being on top. For 3 decades, Here's Johnny was the signature of late-night television on WECT.
OnStar, how can I help you?
How far to Miami?
Shrimp?
Love is like candy.
I love off-roading.
Me too. You want to taste and help yourself. The sweetest things are there for you. Help yourself. Take a few. That's what I want you to do.
Start the new year off with a bang at Fred's Beds. Save up to $200 on all Kingsdown and Simmons mattress sets. Save on a large selection of mattresses starting at $99 and take $100 off all Sensa latex, air, or waterbed mattress sets. Get a free Tempur-Pedic pillow with the purchase of any Tempur-Pedic mattress set. Free pillows with the purchase of any futon and frame. Free nightstand with the purchase of any 5-piece bedroom group. Fred's Beds, the best place to buy a mattress and a bed.
The future's not so scary when it's built around people you trust.
Some of us wouldn't even be here if we hadn't had a little help over the years.
And when it's your family's security that's on the line,
You need someone who'll get the job done.
Your Farm Bureau insurance agent. Auto, home, and life. For all the everyday heroes, just like you.
NBC Sunday starts with an all-new American Dreams.
She doesn't belong in this house.
A daughter stands her ground.
I'm not going home.
And the one surprise
How long has this been going on?
that will leave you speechless. Then, all-new Law & Order Criminal Intent. Can a powerful drug company...
drugs were contaminated with HIV.
...cover up an international disaster?
It's like the body was drained of blood.
It all starts with Dateline, all-new American Dreams, and back-to-back episodes of Law & Order Criminal Intent. NBC Sunday.
Get your accurate Sky-Warn weather forecast any time of the day. Log on to WECT.com. News 6 is where news comes first on the web.
And finally tonight, the main topic of conversation today at a Virginia convenience store is Mega Millions and who won the jackpot. The lone winning ticket in the multi-state lottery was sold at the Red Apple Country Store in Stevens City, and it's worth at least $230 million. Can you imagine what all you could do with $230 million?
Pay for part of Alex Rodriguez's contract. If you're the Yankees.
just part.
Yeah, that's the scary part.
Yeah.
Ooh, man. Oh, boy. Let's talk weather. This evening, nice evening to head outside. Clear skies, temperatures mid-60s now, falling into the mid-40s. That's a couple of years on it, isn't it?
Yeah, just a
couple advance. West and northwest winds this evening, diminishing. Tonight, clear skies, about 39 here in town, a little cooler inland, warmer along the water, with a west and northwest wind 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tomorrow, plenty of sunshine, much cooler than today, upper 50s, right around 60 down towards Myrtle Beach. Northwest to west winds at 5 to 10 miles per hour. 6+1 forecast. Cooler weather sticks around for the next few days, so don't get too accustomed to 70s. Today was just a teaser for what's coming up this spring, it looks like, with the warmth and the sunshine that we had today.
But you said if we didn't get a chance to enjoy today's weather, then maybe tomorrow would do.
Tomorrow will be okay.
Just
a good second, but still a bit on the cool side, though.
All right, that's it for us. Thanks for watching. We'll see you at 11.